Hey guys! Okay, today we are going to be making our chickpea of the sea tuna salad. This is kind of like a go-to lunch that I make, very resemblant of a tuna salad, but made with chickpeas. We are going to use our manual food processor to chop them up, and then I'm doing 2 cans because I like to have leftovers. And then what we'll do is chop up like our celery and our pickles, our onion, and all of our seasonings, and then stir the 2 together. So with your manual food processor, make sure you have your blade down in the bottom, and then you're just gonna punch the handle until you get a nice chopped up consistency. And if you're a lefty, you can do the other hand. Okay. So I like it kind of tuna-like, chopped up. So we will dump that into our container and do the rest of our chickpeas. And then we'll add in and I just kind of do like a little glass container, and we will stir everything together. Okay. So we've got our chickpeas, and we're gonna add the rest in. Just a side note, you can't fit 2 cans of chickpeas in here. I tried and it doesn't fit. So there's that. Okay. The other reason I would recommend chopping your chickpeas separately from, say, like your celery and pickles and onion and all of that, again, most of my tips are because I've already tried it, is your chickpeas need much less chopping than your like celery and pickles and stuff like that. In my first time I did it, my chickpeas got really smushy because I had to chop them longer to chop up like the other ingredients. So start with your chickpeas, do those, and then add to it, and you'll have a better consistency for your chickpea of the sea salad. Okay, that goes in, and we are going to slice, and again, normally if you're just doing 1 can of chickpeas, you could do like 2 stalks of celery. I'm doing 2 cans, so I kind of just doubled it, and we'll throw it all in and chop it up. And again, you can kind of decide how much you like of everything. If you're like, oh, Sarah, I don't really like pickles that much, then definitely don't put a whole bunch of pickles in there. I like pickles, so I'm gonna put more because they're delicious. All right, so you can kind of customize it to what you like. And if you have a weird piece of celery, you just cut it out and throw it. That's what you do. Okay, all right, so we got our celery in. We're gonna do some pickles. These are my favorite. I get them at Costco. You can get 2 big old jars for about $6. And the nice thing is they're the closest I can find to like the big dill pickles. So they're a delicious dill pickle. And my hands are clean, don't worry. And plus I'm gonna be eating this. All right, okay, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I feel good about my choices, okay? All right. We are going to chop those up. We'll throw them in our container, and then we will chop up our purple onion, and then stir all of our mayo and ingredients together. And again, you control the consistency. Okay, I feel good about that. We've got that nice and chopped up. And I definitely feel like I've gotten too small of a container. So let's grab a bigger container because this all isn't gonna fit. Okay, we're gonna resort to the good old classic batter bowl, and we'll mix it all up in there. Okay. So we'll just take that out and dump that in, and then we just got to do some purple onion. And a little tip with your purple onion, if you cut it, then run it under cold water, you can use more and it won't be so, I don't know, oniony. Like it kind of takes some of that oniony flavor out, where you still have that nice crispness and more of a mild onion flavor when you run it underneath cold water. So just a little tip there. Here's another little tip. If you're not going to use all of the onion at once, leave the root intact and just cut off chunks, because then it'll keep fresher longer because the root of your onion is still intact. So another little tip that I've learned along the way. We're just going to do about yay much, maybe a little bit. Okay. Again, dependent on what you like. I also always store onion in glass, because I find when I store it in plastic, it kind of seeps through the plastic. It makes other things on my shelf kind of smell when I do that. So we're gonna just run this under some cold water real quick, and then we'll throw it into our manual food processor, chop it up, and add it to our other ingredients. And I would love to know what your favorite things are for like a tuna salad, chicken salad. Obviously we don't have any eggs because we're keeping this fully plant-based, so please feel free in the comments to share what you guys put in yours while I run this underwater. Okay, give it a little shake. We'll just throw that right in the manual food processor. Okay, all right. Nice and chopped up. We're gonna add this to the bowl, put everything in, and then we'll just add the mayo and the mustard to create the consistency and flavor that we like. And then the seasonings that I use are the Pampered Chef Dijon mustard rub and the Pampered Chef 3 onion rub, and then just a little bit of salt and pepper. Okay, so we've got our purple onion in. Okay, and then we'll add our chickpeas. Okay. All right. Okay, so now we need some yellow mustard, and then for mayo, you want to use your favorite vegan mayo. I use the Chosen Foods. There are a few different brands out there. I've only used the Chosen Foods so far. Again, you can measure this if you want. I just kind of squirt some in and go for it and find the consistency. Okay. Let me grab a spoon, because your vegan mayo needs to be stirred because it has avocado oil in it. Okay. And then I just kind of put some of that in until I like the consistency. Vegan mayo is definitely, has a, let's see, more watery, I don't know. It doesn't have as thick a consistency as regular mayo. Do 3 spoonfuls. Let's add some seasoning and stir it together and see where we're at. Because you can always add more, but you can't take it away. Okay, so I usually end up with about a tablespoon of each of the seasonings, half a tablespoon if I'm doing like 1 can. Okay, so we'll add that, and then just add a little bit of that. I feel like I may not have enough mustard and mayo yet, because we've got a lot of stuff going on in here, but again, like I said, you can always add more, but you can't take it away. All right. But you can see we're getting a really nice consistency here. Definitely resembles tuna salad, right? And this is one of my go-tos for lunch. Okay. All right. Let me grab a fork and we'll taste that and see where we're at. Okay, you guys know where all the forks and knives are at my house now. Okay, I think I'm gonna do a little bit more Dijon mustard rub, a little more 3 onion rub. I think we're pretty much on point here. I'm gonna get my greens ready and serve it up. Thank you guys for joining me today, and I hope you enjoy your chickpea of the sea tuna salad. Bye. right, guys, we'll see you again soon.